Well, hey everybody, this is James with the soundboard team at Edge Theory, and I am here today with Mickey Daigle. Mickey, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us.
Hi, James.
Mickey is one of these folks that has such a good sense of how to take care of a schedule and of her time, and one of her heart's desires is to share with folks how to take their calendars back just from a family perspective, from a business management perspective. And so the Passion Planner has been something that she's talked to a lot of folks about. So Mickey, could you give us a little bit of a background on the Passion Planner and how it's helped you shape your business?
James, quite some time ago, well, I've been with the Juice Plus company now 27 years. But prior to finally finding something as valuable as a Passion Planner, I would buy a day planner about every 3 to 4 months. I change it. I change up because time management was so important to me. Ever since I first started being my own boss, being self-employed, I knew that my time's valuable, and it's really hard when you have been an employee in the past, and you're used to knowing, well, I go to work at 8 in the morning, I leave at 5, and in that amount of time, I know what I'm supposed to do because I have a job description.
Mm-hmm.
But what I find when you're self-employed is that you can waste a lot of time. In fact, I was sharing, if you ask people today, how you been? What's been going on in your life? Oh, I've been busy. I have been so busy, 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 busy. That is a 4-letter word that we hear all the time, busy. But then when you start asking them, well, what have you been busy doing? So I guess the question that I like to ask, and I learned this from Joyce Meyer, my Christian mentor.
Mm-hmm.
And her thing is that, yeah, you're busy, but are you fruitful?
Mm.
And that's the difference. And it made me start thinking, yeah, you can have your calendar full up of stuff, but is it stuff that counts?
Right.
So when I found the Passion Planner, what I saw was a way to keep my business and my personal life intact.
Mm.
And gosh, that made a world of difference. And that's what I've been using. In fact, I recommend it so much that every now and then they send me this email and they say that people keep putting my name down as a referral. Actually, they give me a free one. So I like that because I give it away. I give it to someone. I gift it. And it is so valuable because what she's done is, the maker of the Passion Planner, I forgot her name even. But it's just good. Just go to passionplanner.com and you can find it.
Okay.
There's planners. I don't really care what you use. I just so you use a planner and just so you take time management into consideration because, again, like I said, your time's so valuable. So I hear people all the time wanting to know, well, how do you use social media? I don't have time for social media. No, you don't have time. You do not have time to not use social media. Because if you have a busy life, that's what's so great. You can get the word out about your business and even about your personal life. If you want people to see pictures of your kids, if you want your family to see pictures of your kids, well, then post it on social media and get out there. But if you have a business and you want to share the word, I know that James, you and Joe have been just remarkable for our team as showing us how to make social media work for the team. Because really, at the beginning, we understood Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
But we did not understand the value of all the other social media things that are out there. And now what we do is we make social media part of our lives. And before that, I really didn't know what to say. It was the content. It's like, okay, so what do I talk about besides my family?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to talk about my business all the time. I didn't want to be boring. So when you introduced Soundboard to us, you and Joe introduced it, and I started going into it. Now that's all I use. I haven't looked up anything on the internet in ages because I just go to Soundboard. I scroll through some articles, or I'll search something. Like I like yoga. I love yoga, so I might just search yoga. And stuff will pop up. I like just using images, to put on like Twitter or. Even use it for Instagram. Then you can go search all this stuff. So it's been remarkable. life-saving type devices. And that's what happens, because even in this little passion planner book, you can see what I do. I even put all the way at the top, post, 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 post. So why am I crazy about this? One thing, between this and soundboard, I mean, what can you ask for? You know, because I remind myself to post. I even give myself some timing in there that I have post. And you know what else I have on here? Me time. It's okay to have some me time. You know, I like to be able to meditate. I like to be able to just be quiet and do some reading that will help me search inside my soul. Sometimes you got to slow down and do that. So I put it in there. Me time. Slow down. Smell the roses, you know. So that's what we do. You know, that's what I teach with the Passion Planner, how to take control of your life.
You bring up an interesting point, because social media in some ways has gotten out of control for so many people, because it becomes such a sink, because there's so much stuff on there that's designed to trap our attention, but it adds nothing to our lives. And so I love your perspective here on how to make a definitive time of the day where this is something you think about and know that it can be really valuable, and you work towards getting the word out about your business or the things that you care about. But do you have a separate time in your planner from posting to come back and deal with engagements, or to deal with the attention that the posts get, so that you're not feeling obligated to check your phone all day long? Or is that something that has been a little harder to?
No, well, you know what? This is the deal, because I hear people say, you know, they get consumed by social media. And yes, they are, but what are you looking at?
Right.
You know, are you looking at the junk, or are you being fruitful with it? You know, because why is it that everywhere I go, I see people, right? You see them with it. So what are they looking at? So I think we all have 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
So where do you spend your 24 hours? I have, like, although this is my this week, and there's a lot, as you can't see real good, but there's a lot in there of things that I have to accomplish, but I have a lot of blank space too.
Good.
A lot of blank space. And, you know, today, okay, one of the things that we had to do personally, we had to bring our car into the shop just to have the tires checked. Well, okay, while I was there, I was sitting down, you know, in a chair waiting for them to service the car. So that was like, 30 minutes. So I could do one of two things. I can look through Facebook for gossip, or I can look at notifications to see if anybody responded to any of my Twitter feeds and see what happened there. So again, it's being fruitful. It's just, you know, we all have a little bit of time to do it. So I know I hear people all the time, oh, I'm consumed with it. I just can't, I can't keep looking at that like that. Well, then that's because you're looking at the wrong stuff. Take control.
That's right.
Notifications are the thing, you know, look at your notifications. And then,
yeah. And that's certainly the reason, you know, that we built the soundboard. And I love something you said before we started recording, which is you now have the freedom, and you have some time back, because you don't have to spend time looking for content and looking for stuff to post. It's here and provided for you. And so I appreciate, you know, that thought that this is ultimately something that's designed to help you focus your attention. And we all have to fight that distraction of the device in our pockets. But I love that thought of the soundboard coupled with some discipline, coupled with some planning and having some kind of planner is a great way to take some of that control back.
Well, I have an acronym, James, and this is it. It's called ACE. Do you want to be an ace in your business? And this is how it goes. So the Passion Planner and soundboard, along with social media, makes all of this come together. And this is what ACE is: accountability, consistency and commitment, and then engagement. So that's it completely.
It is.
Your Passion Planner is going to keep you accountable to yourself, because this is your boss when you're self-employed is right here. the
Hmm.
same book. That's your boss. So you're accountable to yourself. So you have to have something to guide you. Then the consistency is, what are you doing on a regular basis? So your posting comes in that. Are you consistent with your posting?
Hmm.
Make yourself some time, write it down, and then the commitment of doing so. And I'm going to tell you, with that, and when I say it's your boss, you can look back at the end of the week and you can say, what did I really do? What have I accomplished from
Hmm.
all of this? And then the engagement. So you see, social media keeps you engaged.
Hmm.
Um, using all the tools. I mean, I have Facebook events that are booked, and I have them in
Hmm.
my passion planner. I know when I have to get them together. I know what has to be done. Using all the tools that are out there, I use Post My Party for my Facebook events that I
Hmm.
do. But then there's Buffer, there's Hootsuite, I don't care which one you use. Just like I said, I don't care if you use a passion planner.
Right.
I don't have any stake in the passion planner. I just like it. But use a planner. And I can promise you that this one, the reason, James, you and Joe have heard me talk about planner so much is because I know it works. I just know
Hmm.
it works. And I see, especially women, I see them struggling trying to make the day work because we do multitask. And so we need that balance. It gives you balance with your personal life, your business life, and it keeps you focused. I mean, like this week's focus, it has a little square that says this week's focus. And mine is posting on social media. That's my
Hmm.
focus this week. That's what I'm focused on. And then it says good things that happen. So you can go back. Like last week, I go back and we had a great boot camp two
Hmm.
2 weekends ago. And so I had following up, and the results of the boot camp were tremendous, trainings and all.
Hmm.
So it's things to keep notes with, and you just got plenty. I mean, this was my last week what I took care of, and I can look at all this, and I did it all. Everything that's on here, I was able to take care of it. And you know what? I can see the difference between the busy and the fruitful.
I love that. I
See
love
that.
that.
I really see it. So in all of this, just posting, keeping up and following up with stuff. Yeah. So,
I
you know,
love the thought of compartmentalizing it, and we have to work on this in our work as well, because this is our work and so much of our lives. But there are times too where we just have to put it away and focus on a task at hand, turn
mhm.
off notifications for a little while, close the email down. I can't function on this thing that I need to think about and have that thing dinging in my ear. And so I love that thought of being able to lay it out, know ahead of time that this is what I'm going to deal with, and those things that I know I also need to do, and those social media little blips on my phone screen, I know I need to deal with them, but I'm going to make the commitment to set them aside until my allotted time, and then it's a lot less pressure, and then it doesn't eat you up. So.
Well, if you schedule it, you can get it done. And
Hmm.
that's just schedule going to soundboard, pick out something you like, hurry up and put it on there, and then you're done with it.
Hmm.
It's done. And then, for Twitter, if you're not on Twitter, oh my God, people think, I feel like I'm just so brilliant because I get on Twitter and I love to just go to my account and I look
Hmm.
at all the wonderful stuff I posted. Well, I didn't do that. You guys did. It's awesome. I feel pretty brilliant about it.
That's
That
the
you guys are
goal.
giving me all this great information.
We're content to be in the background and make you look good.
That's awesome.
Mhm. Well,
I
Mickey, I appreciate your time so much today and your perspective. And I know that there's people out there. I talk to so many neat people that are entering the Juice Plus world or have been in the Juice Plus world who have just amazing stories, and their hearts are so big, and they've got children with disabilities, or they've got elderly parents that they're taking care of, and 5 kids, and they're trying to run a business. And so I hope that everybody got some encouragement today from this thought that nothing owns you. These things are here to help, and take back some time and figure out how to move forward, hopefully with some with some planning and some discipline, you will feel in control and in charge and see the fruit. So appreciate that perspective, Mickey.
Well, thanks for having me, James. It was fun.
Sure. Sure.